Hi, welcome back to Danny Harris Arts. This is part 4 of the Rainbow Trout wood carving series. I'm going to start painting today. I've been looking forward to this for a while, so I've got it all gessoed up and ready to go. And then just a little recap, I am doing this in a classroom, an online classroom workshop given by Josh Guge. And if you've seen part 3, you saw the critique that he gave me on this up to this point, actually before it was gessoed. So go check that out, and I'm going to get turned around here and get started. If you have any questions or comments about the process, leave them for me in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you consider subscribing. So I'm going to get started. Okay, this first color I'm putting down is just a it's a Createx pearlized white. And I'm adding just a little bit of this iridescent blue into it. Give it just a little bit of a shine. And then I'm going to put some of my reducer on this to thin it down. And I use if you've seen me paint before, I use a do-it-yourself reducer. And check out that video. I've got a video on how I make it, so you can check that out. You may not be able to see this color going on because it's so light. But it will give it an iridescence. I need to go turn my air compressor up some. Okay, now I'm going to use a little bit of yellow oxide, and I've got it mixed up here. I've already got it thinned down, and I'm just going to do some light base coats with this. And I'm just going to touch the end of the fins and just a little light coat down the middle here. Okay, now I'm going to mix up the next color, which will be a pale green that'll go along the top. Okay, this next color is it's kind of a pale olive green, and I just mixed it with using cadmium yellow and olive green, and then I put a little bit of raw umber in it, just to kind of tone it down a little bit. And this is just going to be a light coat, and then I'll go over the top with a little bit darker green. I don't know if y'all can hear that thundering in the background, but we should get some storms. Alright, I'm going to start on top of the head here. Laying this in. Trying not to kill that yellow I put in there. I'm just wanting to slowly blend it in. Let that dry a second, and I'm going to put in a darker over the top of that. Okay, Josh in the class, he just faded the green down to the side of the face a little bit, but I like the look. Let me show you this reference photo here. There's kind of a hard edge there where it's a silvery metallic pink silver where it matches the head there, or where it blends into the head. So I kind of like that look. The trout that I've caught around here kind of have that distinctive edge there, so I want to put that in this one. So let me get, and what I've done is I've torn me a stencil. It's just kind of a jagged edge, and I'm gonna hold it up here, and I'm going to make that distinctive line. I don't know if you can see that, my arm's in the way. I don't know if I got my paint thick enough. I got the paint too thin, I think. Probably can't see that. I can see it here, and as I get that darker, that'll show up more. That I can hold up there when I get ready to spray the dark on here in a minute. But I just wanted that to be a little silvery. With that little harder edge there. Okay, I'm gonna spray I've got a darker green, olive green here that I just mixed with some olive green, a little bit of cad yellow, some black, and just made a little bit darker version of this. So I don't want to get on this head here, so I'm gonna put my, where's my, there it is. Put my stencil right there to keep that off of that. really see that pop there now. Alright, mixed up way too much green. Alright. Alright, so I need to let that dry a minute, and I'm going to watch some of these, this next step. I think I'm actually going to put just a little bit darker, especially on the head, right through here. So I think I'm going to mix up a little bit darker paint and cover the head here. And then I'm going to watch a couple videos, just a refresher of what Josh is doing. So to make this darker, I'm just going to add a little black to it. And I'm just going to do a real light spray with this. I'm not going to put a lot on there. I just want to darken it just a tiny bit. It might be too dark, but that'll be alright. Let me add, I've got some green over here mixed. I'm going to add a little more. Mix it on my little paint palette here. Alright, that's better. Thin it down. Reducer. Okay, that's all I want, just a little bit of darker there. There we go, that's making that little side shine there. Alright. Alright, I think that's got it going there. So the next step will be the pink. Start working on the pink stripe. Okay, I got my paint mixed up, and I just used some this bright red, and then I put some pearlized white in it. I'm going to go over some of this with the pearlescent powder to kind of enhance that red stripe, make it really shine.
Okay, so we're getting into the hand painting. What I've done is anytime I paint a fish, I get a bunch of pictures out. Some of these are paintings from other artists. This is Bob Mary, who's painted these, and then real pictures.
Okay, so I've mixed up what he's talking about here. It's just kind of an off-white with a little bit of iridescent color in it. And I'm gonna airbrush it on. I'm not gonna hand paint it on. I'm gonna airbrush it on since I'm still set up on airbrush right here.
Face details here, and then probably do about, I'd say maybe two coats or so to get that nice and solid.
I think I am to a stopping point with the airbrush, so I'm going to get back in and inside and set up where it's nice and cool. But I can do this by hand, start putting the dots on here, and start doing some touch-up work. So I'm going to get this cleaned up here. Next time you see me, I'll be inside. Okay, that's going to be it for part 4 of the Rainbow Trout wood carving project. My initial goal was to do the whole painting today, but this is I got all the airbrush work done that I'm going to do, and this is 10 hours. I'm going to, of course, you're not going to see the whole 10 hours, but I've been at it for 10 hours today, so I'm going to stop there and pick up on part 5, putting the hand detail working at the spots. This iridescent powders, I'm going to use some iridescent powders to make it pop. I'm going to be tipping the scales. That's going to be a long drawn out process, so I'm going to do that in a part 5 series. I'm also going to do, if I can, I'm going to try and do the habitat base at that time also, and get it all in there so it'll be one complete finished project when I get done. I think one of the things I don't think I mentioned was I had the eyes covered, and I don't think I showed that on camera, but I just used a liquid latex masking fluid that you can get in any hobby store, and just covered the eyes with it. I had tried that on glass eyes before, and it just beads up and it won't cover. But so I tried it on these. These are the eyes that I made, and they're resin, so for some reason it covered well and stuck to the resin good, and it came off easy, so which is a good thing. But anyway, appreciate y'all watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them for me in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you consider subscribing. Give me a thumbs up if you like these videos, and I'll see you guys on part 5, putting the spots on.